What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. You'll have to forgive this big, massive smile I'm sporting right now because it is a glorious day. Not just because it's every other regular day where the sun is up, we're getting a little rain, and we get to buy figures. Nope, today is special because, in the immortal words of those two famous old dudes in Coming to America, Mortimer, they're back. And this back, of course, refers to Hasbro bringing back the plastic windows. So no more what's in the box? What's in the box? Is it the figure I bought, or is it a surprise mystery fork or a swapped out figure with missing accessories? Nope, they're coming back. Let's take a look at all the great news from this latest PR reveal. It's from Hasbro's RNC PR. Got this from Toy News International. Check them out. We wanted to share an update on packaging for Hasbro's 6-inch scale figures. Based on your feedback, we will be reintroducing windows and blisters to our 6-inch fan figures beginning later this year into 2024 for select products across our portfolio of brands, including G.I. Joe Classified, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Star Wars Black Series, and Marvel Legends. This will eventually expand to all new 6-inch figure releases. Yes. The new windows and blisters will be made from bio-PET or recycled PET, helping us achieve our priority of meeting our fans' expectations for extraordinary packaging and superior design while still developing packaging that minimizes waste and the use of virgin plastic. Thank you again for being one of our biggest fans and your continued support of Hasbro. I am ecstatic about this news because so many of my lines that I was collecting, I was really not looking forward to this mystery of what's in the box. Now we got these figures here and they kind of crapped out on the design. It's just the render, really boring. There's just nothing exciting. You don't know if all these accessories are actually going to be in your figure, if the figure is going to be in there. We've seen pictures where collectors are opening up these boxes, these closed boxes, and the total different figures in there. We don't have to worry about that. We're going back to this classic style or some facsimile of this, which is great because here you can see everything. Hey, is there a missing rifle? Nope, it's all here. And there's no more dilemma, no more questions about, hey, what's up with this figure? Is a paint job up to par? Is it going to match? Because that's what I really need for my figures. And one huge thing that I think really turned the tide for us was Mbenti's review on the Fush of his cover girl from G.I. Joe Classified series is a travesty, and the face printing is misaligned. So you see how bad that looks. If we had the window packaging like this, no one would ever buy that figure. They would be sitting on the shelves until it was $2, and somebody's like, whatever, I got a great head sculpt idea. I'm going to run with this because this is pretty much an abomination on all fronts. You see here the lips, they look terrible. They're misaligned. The eyes are all out of whack. That's the kind of thing that having that packaging prevents. Now we can see what we're getting because Hasbro, they make great figures, but every so often we get a lemon like this where it's just like, what was going on? Somebody was asleep at the wheel. Now there's no need to return this figure. We can just say, nope, we'll just leave it on the peg for somebody else to get because I don't have to worry about it. I'm really excited about this, and not just because we get back to this classic style where we can actually see what we're buying, but because Hasbro listened. So often we see these companies go, la, 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 can't hear you, and not la 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 like Cobra La, but we don't hear you. And we don't care what you want. We don't care how many times you're complaining about this. We're sticking to our guns. We're sticking to what we're doing. And this just tough luck. You're gonna have to deal with it, suck it up, buttercup, and that's it. And as excited as I am for this, I am even more ecstatic for all the MOC collectors because now they can get back because this was not sexy. This wasn't getting it done at all. You couldn't see the figure. So what was the point of having this mental card? You could just literally take the figure out and not even have it showing off. So I'm really happy for those collectors because now you get to see your figures on your walls and your shelves again. You can come back to the line. Maybe this new packaging will make the figures $25, $26, but I almost feel like it's almost worth it in this case because now we get to see no more lemons, or we're going to leave the lemons on the shelf. Let Target, Walmart, etc. deal with those figures while we get the best quality paint job. I know I'm not the only one when they go into the stands to check out the figures. You've got 2 or 3 of the same figure if they have that many on the shelves. And you're looking around, let me see, is the eyes correct? Is there some slight scarring, some paint sprays in the random parts of the figure? Do the parts line up properly with the paint job? Hey, this accessory looks sort of kind of slightly bent. I mean, I'm ridiculous when I'm looking at my figures on the shelves to figure out which one I'm going to get. So if there's more than one, I'm like, oh yes, I'm going to go through all these figures and figure out the best one. I remember when that Speedball and US Agent came out, I really had to take a long time to get one that had the stripes of US Agent, the matching pattern of the mask for Speedball, just so. And that was when Target was shipping like 7 or 8 figures in a box, so you could actually choose between the best one. Now this won't be an issue, won't be a problem. Now, of course, we need to store the stock back up. And I think we're going to see a lot more interest in lines like Marvel Legends, because it felt like all these box figures like this were hitting clearance so much faster than the window figures, which took forever to go to that route. I'm really happy about this. And I think Hasbro listened. Maybe it's just their bottom line was being affected. If so, great job, all of us, for holding off and going, nope, we don't want this. We don't want this kind of figure. I know Hasbro is really sticking close with that retro packaging, but now it's better for everybody because we get the figures, we get the style that we wanted, and there's no issue. Again, great job on Hasbro's part for actually pivoting and not just saying, tough. We're going to go with what we decided we're going to do, and who cares what you all want. I think that's awesome. Back to having window packaging. Again, I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with this. The Transformers had that weird kind of hybrid of, we're going to show you the figure, but we're taking the plastic out, but we're only going to have like this small die cut portion of the packaging so you can kind of sort of see. But if there's anything above the neck area or below the neck area, you're still just going to have to trust us and our not so superior paint job. And again, I've always argued that Hasbro's not like some of these other companies where you could literally trust them to go blind with the packaging, where it didn't matter because you knew they were going to deliver great paint jobs. And that's not a knock on Hasbro. I mean, they're just doing it on the cheapest way possible, but it's a really bad, it's a bad look to have your customers having to pay for not being able to see the figure, because, you know, we've all done this. It's like, there's no thing of, oh man, there's 10 figures that have a great paint job. I'm going to pick the one that has the worst possible paint job on this figure. I mean, geez, this cover girl is the stuff of nightmares. It is just, there's no way any of us would have ever picked this figure up on the shelves at any point in time if we had an option not to. So I'm really happy to see that we will no longer have this issue going forward starting next year. That's really great because I'm really excited about this again. And good job, Hasbro, for doing this. I'm really excited about this. Guys, what do you think? Are you happy to see the return of plastic windows with our figures? Which line do you think is going to benefit the most from it? I feel like with CoverGirl, G.I. Joe Classified series might be number one, but I'm really happy to see that we're going to see this back with Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends, Power Rangers, everything else we wanted. Transformers, we've been kind of seeing this box packages with the die cuts, and some of them have the full box covers, like the Slag, the Starscream Coronation version, Galvatron. We've been seeing this kind of over time with this Rodimus Prime. Now we're getting to get to see the figures again. Very happy, very excited about this. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. This episode of Lost Figure Files has been filed.